Assalamualaikum everyone, this is me Riza, AI Wali student Rehan School Online Academy from Bejaid. I'm 21 years old. Today I'm going to share my review of the TEDx Talk Fear What Holds You Back by Zoya Nasir. The title of this talk immediately caught my attention because fear is something that almost everyone experiences, whether it's fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of making mistakes, or fear of what other people might think. Fear can sometimes stop us from taking the opportunities we really want to. The main subject I take from this talk is that fear can influence our decisions, but it does not have to control our lives. Fear is natural and human emotion. It can protect us from danger and make us more careful. However, fear can also become a barrier when it prevents us from trying something new or taking an important step forward. Sometimes we do not fail because we are incapable. We fail to begin because we are afraid of what might happen. This is why understanding our fear is so important. Fear can appear in many different forms for some people. It may be the fear of failure, for others, it may be the fear of criticism or rejection, for example. Sometimes we are afraid of leaving our comfort zone because the familiar feels safer. We may have an idea, a dream, or a goal, but then our mind starts creating questions. What if I fail? What will people say? What if I'm not good enough? These questions can become powerful enough to stop us before we even try. One of the most important lessons I take from this talk is the importance of stepping outside our comfort zone. Growth usually requires us to experience something unfamiliar. For example, speaking in front of an audience can feel uncomfortable. Starting a new course can feel difficult. Applying for an opportunity can feel scary. Trying something for the first time can make us nervous, but every new experience can teach us something. We may discover new skill. We may become more confident. Another major form of fear is the fear of failure. Many people believe that failure means they are not successful, but failure can actually become an important part of learning. When something does not work, we get information. About what needs to change? We can learn from our mistakes, improve our approach, and try again. Instead of asking, "What if I fail?" we can ask, "What can I learn if things don't go as planned?" This mindset can help us changes as learning experiences rather than reasons to stop. Fear is also connected to self confidence, and when we actually constantly doubt ourselves, even small challenges can feel more much bigger. Actually, building confidence does not mean that we will never feel afraid. It means learning that we can take responsible steps even when we feel nervous. Confidence often develops through experiences. Another important message is that we do not always need to know the entire path before starting. Sometimes we wait for the perfect moment. We wait until we feel completely confident, and but at that moment may never come. Actually, sometimes the best thing we can do is take one small realistic step. We can start learning, we can ask for guidance, we can prepare. For me, this TEDx talk gives three important lessons. First, fear is normal. The second, do not let fear make every decision for you. The third one is growth begins when we take action. Overall, I found Fear What Holds You Back by Zoya Nasir to be a relatable and motivating topic. What I appreciate most is that the topic encourages us to look at fear differently. Fear is not necessarily our enemy. Sometimes it's signal telling us that something matters to us. The important thing is the understand whether the fear is protecting us from a genuine danger or simply preventing us from growing. This distinction can help us make better choices. To conclude, Fear What Holds You Back delivers a powerful message. Fear may be part of our journey, but it does not have to decide where that journey ends. We cannot remove any every fear from our lives, but we can understand our fears, we can prepare ourselves, we can seek guidance when we need it. We do not need to be fearless to move forward. We simply need the courage to take the next step. Thank you.